Hi everyone, Quadian here. Chemistry with Quadian, it's our channel for chemistry students from all over the world. We will teach you every day about all of chemistry theory lessons. Subscribe our channel and press the bell button for daily lectures updates.
Assalamu alaikum. Today our topic of discussion is coordination chemistry. In coordination chemistry, we will discuss the nomenclature of coordination compounds with solved example. So let's move on that how we can name the coordination compounds. Coordination compound, consists of a central metal atom and the ligands. The ligand donate their lone pair to the central metal atom. The metal used are mostly transition metal and mostly from the 3D series. Transition metal form the stable coordination complexes. You can name the coordination compound by following some common or simple rules. If you follow these rules, there will be no mistake and you can easily assign the name to any coordination compound. So, let's move to these rules. The very first and the most common and easiest rule is that in naming complexes that are the salts, the name of the cation is given before the name of the anion. For example, consider this complex CONH35Cl bracket close Cl2. In this complex, this is the cation and this is the anion. You know that there is 2 positive charge on the complex. So this cation is named first and then we name this anion. The second rule is that in naming complex ions or molecules, the ligands are named before the metal. Means that we will name the ligand first, then we name the metal. Ligands are listed in the alphabetical order regardless of their charges. Means we will ignore the charge and only consider the alphabetical order of the ligands. Prefixes that give the number of the ligands are not considered the part of the ligand name in determining the alphabetical order. Consider this example or this ion CONH35Cl overall 2 positive charge. Here we have said above that ligands are named before the metal. So we will first name the ligand. There are 2 ligands, amine and chlorine. So as we have said in the rule that we will follow the alphabetical order and ignore the prefix. So aqua came first and then came the chlorine. So it is pentaamine chloro cobalt 3 ion. Be careful to note, however, the metal is written first in the chemical formula. It means that when we write the chemical formula of this name, first we write the metal, then the ligands. But when we name this chemical formula, then the ligands are named first and at the last we name the metal. The third rule is that the name of the anionic ligands end in the letter O, but electrically neutral ligands ordinarily bear the name of the molecule. For example, consider this example azide. Azide is N3 negative. You know azide is the anionic ligand. So we will eliminate or omit the word E and put O at the end of the name of the ligand. So azide will be written as azido. Same, bromide is written as bromo, cyanide is written as cyano, hydroxide is written as hydroxo, oxalate is written as oxalato, oxide is written as oxo, fluoride is written as fluoro. Same as all the anionic ligands are named O at the end. There are some special names for some special ligands like water. We will not use the word water while naming, we will use the word aqua. And for ammonia, we will use the word amine. And be careful to put the double amine. Some students write single M and it is totally wrong. You should use AMMINE for ammonia. And for CO, we will use the word carbonyl. So, for example, consider this FeCN2 NH32 H2O2 positive. So, this complex is named as diamine diaqua dicyano iron 3 ion. Now, amine and aqua both start with A. So how we will decide that which ligand will be named first? As when the first letter is same, then after that we will go to the second letter. In amine there is M, and in aqua there is Q. As M come before Q, so we will use amine first, then use the aqua. Di are omitted or ignored because we will only consider the name of the ligand. So diamine, diaqua, then came cyan. The fourth rule is that if the complex is an anion, its name end in 8. We will put the 8 at the end of the metal name. For example, consider this compound K4FeCN6. We know that this complex is anion, means this complex has 4 negative charge on it. To balance that negative, we will put K4 because each K contains one positive charge. So to balance the 4 negative, we will use this K4. Now this complex is anionic overall. So we will put the 8 word at the end of the metal. So the name of this complex will be potassium hexacyanoferrate 2. Potassium is named here first because the first rule said that cations are named before anions. Here this is cation and this complex is anion. So we will write first potassium, then the name of the ligand, as the ligand is anionic, so we will use the word O at the end of the cyanide. So hexacyano, as this complex is also anion, so 8 come at the end of the metal, and the iron has oxidation state of 2. And this anion CuCl4 2 negative. It is named as tetrachlorocobaltate 2 ion. The fifth rule is Greek prefixes di, tri, tetra, penta, hexa are used to indicate the number of each kind of ligands when more than one ligand is used. For example, if we have Cl2 as a ligand, we will use it dichloro. If it is Cl3, we will use it trichloro. But if the ligand contains a Greek prefix, for example, ethylene diamine, now the di prefix is already in the name of the ligand. Then we will use the prefixes bis, tris, etc. for these kind of ligand. Consider this example COEN3 Br3. Here En is ethylene diamine. As di is already in the name of the ligand, so we will use tris ethylene diamine cobalt 3 bromide. The last rule is the oxidation state of the metal is given in the parentheses only in the Roman numerals following the name of the metal. 3 examples are used that satisfy all these rules. The first example is NiNH36Br2. Now this is the cation, this is anion. We will name cation first as the first rule suggests. Now according to second rule, ligands are named first, then the metal. So here only one ligand is present. So we will use hexaamine as the complex is cationic. So we will simply use the metal name nickel. There will be no 8. And after the metal, we will use the oxidation state of metal 2 and then the name of the anion, that is bromide. So its name will be hexaamine nickel 2 bromide. The second example is COEN2H2OCnCl2. This is now the cation, this is anion. The cation is named before the anion, so this complex will be named first. Now there are 3 ligands, ethylene diamine, aqua, cyanide. So we will alphabetically follow the order. So its name will be aqua, cyano, bis, ethylene diamine, cobalt 3 chloride. The last example is Na2MoOCl4. Now this is the cation, this is anion. We will first name cation. So cation is named first sodium. Now there are 2 ligands that are chloro and oxo. We will follow the alphabetical order. So tetrachlorooxomolybdate 4. As this complex is anionic, so we will use the word 8 at the end of the metal. So its name will be molybdate and its oxidation state will be 4 because this complex overall is neutral. Na2 means 2 positive, Cl4 means 4 negative, O means 2 negative. So to neutralize this, molybdenum should be 4 positive. Hope so you will like this lecture. If you like this lecture, kindly subscribe our channel. Thank you. Allah Hafiz.